friends, all right, let's call them Peanut Butter and Jam, from the airport. To go pick up PB&J from the airport. And I hadn't seen PB&J for a minute. And so pick them up, we drive down to their hotel, I'm showing them around the city. And I go and visit them the next day at this event that they're doing, right? And there's a bunch of people that I haven't seen in a while. And so none of them hang out with me. None of them really even associate themselves with me. They don't even say hello. They didn't even offer when I drop them. They don't offer when I drop them off to like come in and say hi to those people that I did know. And I was like, okay, that was a little bit of a weird vibe. Maybe they were just like kicking back and stuff. So I was like, they didn't even offer like, so where I dropped them off, they didn't, the people that they were staying with, I knew as well. We were friends with. They were like, you don't want to come in and say hi and stuff? I was like, just dropped them off, picked them up from the airport, and I was there. I was like, okay, weird, interesting. The next day, I go and see them and see the people that I know, and then they didn't even say hi to me once. I came to support them at that event. They didn't say hi to me, didn't even speak to me at all. It was like I was invisible. And I understand they were there doing their thing, they were kind of locking in, but like they were there. Like you could have had a conversation with them. They didn't speak to me once, they didn't even want to hang out with me at all. One of them did. One specifically did. We had a genuine conversation. They asked how I was doing, what I was up to. That specific friend, that is a real friend. And I love that guy. I love that person. The only time that they properly wanted to hang out was when they needed something. They needed something that they couldn't attain because they didn't have a car. And I had a car. And they asked me and they said, does anyone have a car? And they're like, MK has a car. I was like, yeah. And then they were like, can we go in your car and go get the item that we needed to get? I was like, yeah, sure. Keep in mind, they hadn't spoken to me at all that entire time that I was there. I was right in front of them, all there, didn't even acknowledge, didn't even know that I was there, and they didn't even speak to me. Not even acknowledge that I was there. I was like, this is so weird. They didn't even acknowledge that I was there. Then they asked, do you have a car? I was like, yeah, I have a car. And they're like, oh, we can go in your car. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And we drive, we get the item, I go back, and we get the item. They don't really speak to me after that. I leave, they don't stop.